Hello, I'm EKTapstar and welcome to MinetopiaSMP episode 10. We have finally hit double figures. I have taken a week or two long break from the SMP just because for the past few episodes I've been playing for a long time and I just kind of needed a break from it all. So we are back now, better than ever. I am feeling very good to be back on the SMP and I'm ready for an action-packed episode. So here's what we're going to do. Numero uno, we need to cover this whole area with tinted glass and possibly, if I have time, sort out the flooring up here as well. Numero dos, I want to build the massive boat warehouse that is going to go in this area and also possibly finish off all of the interiors of all of these houses. And yes, that will include finishing off the roofs of these houses here. And finally, as we have hit double figures, I want to bake a cake and then we will eat it at the end of the episode to celebrate. But first, we have a few things to talk about. As some of you may know, in the recent Minecraft Live, they announced that 1.18 will be coming out in the next month or two. Also, where the hell have the leaves gone here? They were... what? They didn't despawn, did they? They shouldn't, because they're right next to wood. What happened there? Okay, I guess we'll have to replace them. But yeah, so, us Minetopia members have been talking about what we're going to be doing when 1.18 comes out, because that would be the perfect time to reset the season. And that is what we've decided to do. Now, I know that this season has not been long at all. They did say that this wasn't going to be a long season, simply because we started it like halfway through the 1.17 update. But it just makes sense to update it now and have this season as a short one, because then in the future we will just update every time there's a Minecraft update, which is basically once every year. And it means that we'll have a load of new things to look at every single season. Now, I can't talk too much about how the next season is going to go because we are still discussing it, but we do have a lot of plans to make it a lot more collaborative, because I'm sure you guys can agree, this season felt a lot more like a sort of single player world with benefits of using the shops that other people have made. Now, my ideas are to have it so that each player can only farm certain materials, meaning that everyone will have an opportunity to build a shop, but we are just going to have to see how it goes in the next meeting. But what does that mean for this world here? Obviously, I want to complete this before the end of the season. Now, don't worry, we aren't going to be updating as soon as 1.18 comes out. We are going to be giving it a few weeks, just so that everybody has a little bit of notice and they can complete anything that they are working on. That is why we are going to be spending a lot of time on our base in the next few episodes. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's go to sleep and start off with our first task. If I can get through the door, that is. What was that? I have done the calculations. I reckon for this we are going to need 3 shulker boxes of tinted glass. And that means that we are going to need 162 stacks of amethyst shards, which is a lot. However, luckily during the 2 weeks that we have been away, Kipsnip has set up his amethyst shop, and they are very good prices. If my calculations are correct, which they probably aren't, let's be real, I should be able to buy all of the amethyst shards for 21 diamonds, which is not a lot at all considering we have 2 stacks. Now, we are going to probably have to do this trip twice because I only have 3 shulker boxes, and I think we're going to need 6 shulker boxes. But I think we can all agree 21 diamonds for 3 shulker boxes of tinted glass, that is a very good price. Alrighty, so here we are. There are a bunch of Halloween decorations about the place. They need to be taken down, I reckon. But this is the amethyst shop. And as you can see, 8 stacks for 1 diamond, that is a very good price. So let's take out our 59 diamonds for now. And let's also place down all of the empty shulker boxes so that we can fill them up. So we have 12 diamonds worth of amethyst shards right here. I don't actually know where I put the diamonds. Oh, we got... what on earth? There are multiple things. Oh, my lord. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. I can't see a payment chest, and I don't want to put it in here because this is filling up with amethyst. This is filling up with amethyst shards. So you know what? I'm just. Oh, what the hell? I don't want to go down there. I am going to just make a chest. I'll say that it's a payment chest, and there we go. All right, let's just put the chest right here. We'll put a sign on it saying payments. And then here is the 12 diamonds. Let's make it look a little bit nicer. Okay. And that is hardly put a dent in our pocket at all. Now again, we will have to be back here for another 64 stacks of amethyst shards. But I am sure that will be fine. Hopefully, there's enough here. And speaking of shops, we are going to have to restock our enchant shop in a second, as all of the mending books have been sold out, and also a few of the protection books have as well. But I will do that when we are smelting all of the sand that we have collected. Here is the amethyst shards that we have for now. And now, let's head over to the desert by Lithspace and just get a whole bunch of sand. Also, random thing, I know we are doing the bottom of this area as storage, but we have got to 10 episodes and we still just have a massive row of chests here. What is wrong with me? Why have I not done anything with this? I've just got a bunch of blocks and random items everywhere. It's such a mess. We really need to get this part under our base done so that we can have some sort of storage system. Anyway, let's do this time lapse. Alrighty then, all of the sand is collected and is slowly going to be smelted up into glass. So we are just going to have to wait a bit for that to finish. I only ended up collecting about 2 shulkers worth of glass, but that should definitely be enough, seeing as we need 3 shulkers of tinted glass, and every 1 glass gets you 2 tinted glass. So that should be enough. Alright, so it's been a little bit of time, but I thought, why am I wasting time AFKing and waiting for it all to smelt, when I can just use the glass that we have now, start working on the area below, and then come back and grab the rest of the glass once it's finished. So something tells me that I have severely miscalculated how much we are going to need, because I have just used up all of the shards with the little bit of glass that we had. And we now have just under 2 shulker boxes of tinted glass, so we're going to need a whole bunch more shards probably after this. But let's get to work placing these down and I guess see how much it covers. I'm not going to time-lapse this. Let's just cut ahead until this work is done. And here it is. As you can see, I just have that tiny bit more that I need to complete, so we are going to need to buy a few more stacks of the amethyst shards. But we aren't going to need as many as I thought we would. Now, originally I was planning on doing the fog effect with the glass, where you have like a layer of glass, then air, then another layer of glass, then air. And I know this doesn't look as good as that, but there's a few reasons why I didn't do that. Number one, just time. Like, as the season's going to be ending soon, I didn't want to waste it all with placing glass. And number two, by the time that fog effect is done, the floor will be up to there, and then we just don't have as much space for all of the farms and whatnot that I want to build, so this just allows us to have as much space as possible. And with it all complete, and all of the torches from the walls gone, I reckon it will look pretty cool. Now, it's time to turn our attention towards the slightly more important thing of the episode. I need to plan out some sort of building that will go all the way along here, and it will be the building that manufactures, makes, and builds all of the ships that are going to be surrounding this dock village. And yes, I said a plan out because I don't actually have an idea of what I want to do for this yet. What I'll probably do is stick with more of the theme that I've got going on here, where it's all wood, instead of including stone as well. But I'm not entirely sure yet. I need to do a little bit of testing, so let's figure something out, shall we? Alright, as you can see, I have started to plan out where this build is going to be going, and you can kind of see the scale of it now. Basically, the plan is that these gaps of 5 here and here are going to be like garage doorways, and then there's going to be a normal doorway here, and then just a wall here and on the other side. It is quite thin, but the boats don't have to be too big, and they can always go sideways on the inside if needs be, so it doesn't really matter. We are going to be kind of sticking to the theme of this building here, with the stripped spruce logs instead of the normal spruce logs, just because I'm not sure what block I'm going to use for the main block. I'm thinking of doing planks just so that it's a little bit different to the rest of the buildings, because obviously more money is going to be being spent on this than on the buildings. And also I'll probably do barrels for the roof again, just because I think that looks pretty cool and it's nice to have multiple buildings with the same thing. Now that I've got a bit of a plan of what's going on, let's sleep, make it day, and start a time lapse of building the boat warehouse. So there it is. I do still need to do the roof, but as you can probably guess, we do not have enough copper for this right now, so we're just kind of waiting. The roof is a little bit different. I have decided to do a few kind of lines of dark oak, just so that I'm not getting as much copper, because this is a lot of effort. But let me just give you, I guess, a little bit of a tour on the inside. I haven't decorated it much at all, but I'll show you what I've done. First of all, we have these two main areas of the boathouse. This is where the boats will enter and leave. I have put these fences here just so that mobs can't walk through, because I realised that mobs can fit through that gap. And then up here we have the main walkway to the front and back door. I do obviously still need to decorate the inside, and I need to sort out the walls here, but there will be some different kind of desks and tools about the place that people will be using to fix some boats, and I'll probably have a little boat in one of these areas. I need to figure out how to build that. Now obviously we will link up the paths and we will do the roof, but I am going to need to go mining for copper and get a few more materials for that, so I thought, let's get a cake and celebrate it being the 10th episode. Don't think about it too much, let's just celebrate something, okay? I want cake. However, in order to make a cake, we are going to need a few things. Now, if we head just over here to Marley's area, we can just take one of these bits of sugarcane. Bang. I missed. Bang. There we go. And make that into sugar. And now, if we head over to the cows, did we have cows here? We do have cows here. Look at me go. And bang, bang, bang. We have 3 buckets of milk. Wheat we can grab from here. 1, 2, 3. If you're wondering why I'm not replanting, we just don't use this farm anymore. That's actually everything, isn't it? Okay. That was relatively quick. I thought I'd struggle a bit more to find the ingredients for that, but never mind. Now we are going to need to find somewhere special to eat this. And you know what? I have the perfect place. Just up here on our bench, we have the perfect view of the well, it's not actually that perfect. To be honest, we can see a lot of the unfinished buildings around here. but it's an okay view of the village. And let's set off a firework. Apparently that was completely by accident, but there we go. Wait, I can't put a cake on that. Are you kidding me? What is the use of you? Okay, I guess we'll just put it on the floor. And I can't even eat. Okay, this has gone terribly wrong. I can't even eat. Just keep taking damage. Cool, the things I do for my videos, eh? Come on, half a bar more, half a bar more. Any second now. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, perfect. We have done it. Okay, I'm hoping this is enough. I'm pretty sure it is. Happy 10th episode. Oh, that was perfect. Look at me go. Man, I am just awesome and cool. Right, now I'm gonna sleep because I'm tired. Yeah, I didn't have my highlighter on. Why? How do I do this? What is wrong with me? I actually just can't. Right, where did I die? Just here. Okay, let's grab all my stuff. Alright, and now that we've got all of our stuff back and we've had our cake, I think it's time to go on a little bit of a mining session to try and get as much copper as possible. This may take a while. Okay, and after about an hour of mining, we have a load of copper currently smelting in the furnaces. This is probably going to give me only about 2 stacks of blocks, and it is done. Well, it's sort of done. You see, it turns out copper is very difficult to get. About an inventory full of raw copper got me just under 2 stacks of copper stairs, and as you can tell, that is not enough whatsoever. We are going to need like another 2 stacks in order to complete this. So I've just asked a bunch of people, and I'm hoping I'll be able to buy copper off someone because I'm not going mining for another 2 hours. And until then, I guess what we do is just sort out the pathways going in front and behind of this building, as they still need to be complete. Also, I would like to say, I know that this looks a little bit weird with it being the only oak. Don't worry. Well, actually, maybe do worry. I don't know. I can't tell if it looks good or not. Obviously, these walls that are really flat, I am going to be decorating. I just need time to do it. But if it stands out too much, Jesus, if it stands out too much, then we can always change the block later on. I just don't want to do too much work because, as I said, this is almost the end of the season. Also, in case anybody was wondering, next season we are doing a completely different build style, and we will be using completely different blocks. It won't be a village like this. Obviously, I'll have to wait until I know what the seed is and see what it all looks like. But I'm going to be doing something completely different, and I hope to do something different every single season. We can see that my fence is obviously working. My guy, you're a little bit stuck. So we do need to light this place up real quick. But other than that, it is going pretty well, I should think. Unfortunately, that is about all of the time that we have for today's episode. Probably in between episodes, I will finish off the copper roofs, and I will also just make a few pathways, just basically going through here, just to kind of connect it all up, and then another pathway going around here. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you are excited for the next season, make sure to smack the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe as well so that you know when season 3 is out. But as I said, there should be another episode or 2 on this season so that we can finish off our base completely. So I hope you all enjoyed. Goodbye.